Okay, so today we are making candles. I got in some new things from Amazon, so I'm just taking them out and seeing what they are. So I got some long wicks and some short wicks in this. And then they came with like these 3 little tins, I guess, to make small candles with. I'm not really going to use those today, so I'm going to stick those up there. All of my, and it came with, this is the real reason I bought it. I needed another pouring thing. I don't know the name of it. Okay. This is my old one. This is actually what I started out making candles with. So I would just put this directly on the stove. It would warm up. The wax would be in here. And then I would just mix the scent in here. The problem with this was I could only do 1 scent at a time. And then I'd have to scrape the stuff out of the inside to get the scent out. And it was time consuming. I did this for quite a while, so it's definitely doable. Just know it's time consuming unless you're only making 1 scent. Then it's not really a big deal. Okay, so now I have 2 pourers. I can do 2 different scents, or I can just do 1 scent. Today I'm just going to do 1 scent, so I'll probably just use 1. We are doing apple cinnamon today. So I just keep all of my supplies in my big wax warmer. So this is what I warm my wax in now. It has a pouring spout. I just warm it as straight wax. Don't add any scents into this. And then I pour the wax into one of my little small ones and then mix in the scents. So this is what I warm my wax in now. And I just keep all of my supplies in here. So all of my scents, caution labels, extra wax. These are wick trimmers, labels. I have wood wicks also that I use for some of my smaller candles. More scents. And then the plug. This is a old spatula handle. It's a plastic one. That's what I use to stir my wax. It works well. I don't know what to tell you. It works. Okay, so once you have your warmer plugged in and everything set up, then I usually go in and add my coconut oil first. For coconut oil, I want to find my spoon. There it is. I add in a 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon per pound of wax that I'm gonna do, and I am probably gonna do 2 pounds of wax today, so I'll add in about a teaspoon of coconut oil. Coconut oil just helps the candle, once it's made, to burn more evenly and helps the candle wax last a little longer as well. I want to use up the rest of that. today the candles that I am making are very large, so I need lots of beeswax. So we'll start with 2 pounds. And we'll go from there. Okay, so this is just a good little table for me. I just have it set up only when I'm making candles. Otherwise, it's in the living room. So Candle Science is a company I really like to use. I use them for most of my products. I have gotten a few other essential oil type collections. Like this is a summer fruit scent. And then I also have this spice scent, which has like cinnamon, leaves, apple cider, pumpkin, vanilla, harvest. So I have not actually used this one yet. We'll see if I do. I don't know. For today, we are using cinnamon stick and hot apple pie are the ones that we will use today. So what I do is I melt down my wax, get it all melted and ready to go, and then I put it in my little stainless steel containers and then mix in the scents because it needs to be cooled down and in the process of cooling down when you mix in the scents. So that is what I do. So for reference, this is the size jar that I am using, just mason jar. Wide mouth, because I like wide mouth. I am using these for personal use, so I am not going to stick a sticker on the bottom of them. But if you're making them to sell, please make sure you put warning labels and burning instructions if you're selling your candles. It is very important. But I need to go ahead and prep these and get some candle wicks in them. So what I am going to do is I am just going to grab 2 wicks. 1, 2. And then you'll need 2 sticky pads. 2. I personally put the sticky pad down first in the bottom of the jar just with my hand, because then I can make sure that is stuck quite well. And I can also see my wax is melting quite well. So just put it in about center, and then I use my finger to just push it down in place. And then you can just peel the top layer off like that. And this is a good jar just because you're able to use your whole hand and stick everything in. If it's one of the smaller jars or a jar that doesn't have as wide of a lid, then I sometimes have to use my Surrey stick to do that. But thankfully, this jar is a good jar. And I am going to use these in my living room. I have 2 new shelves that I need candles for, and I was gonna buy some candles, just like some of the fake candles, but then I said I could probably use this. And just as an FYI, the long wicks are almost too short. They'll be fine because I'm not gonna pour them all the way, but Every so often, as your wax is melting, make sure you are going in and stirring it and breaking up any big clumps of wax. Also, this was a high heat spatula before I took the top off, so that's why I can use it with my candle wax. I did actually end up using about another 2 pounds of wax and added some more coconut oil. Okay, we are about ready to pour. There is only a little bit left that is not melted, and I am a-okay with that. So I am going to start to pour. Okay, I am gonna let that cool off just a little bit. Oop, I'm gonna put it, it's not too warm right there. I'm just gonna sit it down. It is cooling off already. So I am going to pour in my fragrance. And I am going to use this. Okay. Well, that was almost a perfect amount. I'm gonna... Okay, time for the second jar. Okay. Okay. All right. Now let's put some cinnamon stick and hot apple pie. And then we'll... This time when I was pouring the second candle, I poured a little bit in and let it harden for just a minute so that the wick would stay in place better. The first candle that I did, the wick kept moving around a lot, and I actually wound up having to flash cool it in the fridge just to get the wick to stay still. This one worked much better. Okay, so my candle, my son has requested a candle, so we're gonna do one last candle for the day. I went ahead and cleaned out the cup. I'm trying to determine how much I should use. Let me do a little bit more. We'll go there. Okay. Do you want to mix your scent? Okay. All right. He has chosen Fireside. Do a little bit of Fireside. You're wanting it to smell beachy, correct? He's chosen Fireside, Pina Colada, Coconut, and Beach Breeze. Not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna love this one. Mix it up. Can you put that back over there? And then pour it in. And this one I can fill all the way to the top. Can you give me one of them little tins and open it up? The little things that you were asking about, what they were. Decision, because we had some left, to just use one of these little containers that came with the new thing. Yep. Hand me the wood thing first.
Wood thing. Here's your wood thing.
Okay, you grab that.
Oh, it's actually staying.
Things are falling. Here. We're gonna have lots of candles.
Just in case you need another one, I'll go back.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that wax off.
Let it freeze. Just in case you need another.
Thank you for being prepared. Okay.
Yeah. We got one more, so I will use it.
And here are the final products. My 2 big candles in the living room, and then Chase's smaller candles. They all smell wonderful and they are burning great. I am so excited to be able to make our own candles.